Hi guys! So last week's video was my attempt to read the Chronicles of Narnia in one day. You can go watch that video to see how that went. So I thought that today I would keep talking about Narnia and give you my ranking of the 7 Chronicles of Narnia. Now, just as a note, the Chronicles of Narnia is my all-time favorite book series. So when I say that this book is number 7, that does not mean it is my least favorite. That means it is my 7th favorite. There are only favorites, there are no least favorites. So with that disclaimer out of the way, because I love all of these books almost in equal level, like they're all so good. Let's just get started. Potential spoilers ahead for all 7 Chronicles of Narnia. If you've not actually read the books, you probably shouldn't watch the whole video. Unless you don't care about being spoiled, in which case, I guess keep going. So I'm actually having a hard time with 6 and 7, trying to decide which one is which. But I think I'm going to go with number 7 is Prince Caspian. I really do enjoy this book. Like, again, I love it very much. There's so many good moments in it, so many wonderful scenes. It's just something about it. It doesn't have the same magic as, or whimsy, I guess, as the original Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. But it's not as well developed as some of the later stuff because his Narnia stuff was still so new. So for that reason, I'm putting Prince Caspian at number 7. Number 6, again, 6 and 7, I'm having a hard time. So these two can kind of switch places a little. But for right now, number 6 is Voyage of the Dawn Treader. This one, I'm not as big of a fan of the episodic structure. There's not really an overarching plot line other than they're looking for the lords, but they just keep going to all these other islands. Like that's just basically the entire plot of Voyage. But there's not really like a through line. Like you could read the chapters out of order and for the most part you're not going to get messed up. So for that reason I don't like it. I do love Eustace. I love his redemption arc and everything, so that's really great. And these two are the 2 Reepicheep books, and this time Reepicheep really stood out to me. So yeah, that's weird that those 2 are my lowest, but I adore Reepicheep. I love that Reepicheep's, like, one of my favorite lines in Prince Caspian is when Eustace shows up as a dragon and they don't know it's Eustace yet, and Reepicheep says, "By your majesty's leave," and Caspian says, "No, Reepicheep, you are not to attempt single combat with it." I love that. I love Reepicheep so much. But yeah, I think Voyage of the Dawn Treader is number 6. Number 5 might be a bit of a surprise. Number 5 is actually going to be The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Now, this time through, I really loved this book. It used to be my least favorite of all, or again, 7th favorite. We don't have least favorites. We just have 7th favorites. So it used to be my 7th favorite, but now it is probably my 5th favorite. I really love Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The whimsy of it just really hit me this time. The nostalgia, just how beautiful everything is in that book. Yeah, I love Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. This is just a gush video. It's ranking, but it's really just a gush video. But again, I think in a lot of ways his style for writing for children was not as strong for Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe as it was for the others. Like, he hadn't gotten the Narnia style down until about Silverchair. Because I see the latter 4 as having a distinct style that the first 3 didn't. Especially Lion and Prince Caspian. But anyways, yeah, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is wonderful. Alright, number 4 is going to be The Last Battle. This for years and years, this one was actually my favorite, which is probably a little surprising. I don't think a lot of people would say Last Battle is their favorite, but for me it was. I think I just burned myself out on it a little, and now it's number 4. But still, I really love Last Battle. I love Tyrion. Tyrion as a character is so wonderful. I love Jill. I love her. Even if I can't stop weeping, I won't, or blubbing, I think she has blubbing. Even if I can't stop blubbing, I won't get my string wet. I love just everything about that book except for the problem of Emeth. That would be a whole video in and of itself, actually. Actually, I might do that video one day. And I could do a Problem of Susan video, but honestly, I don't think you want me to. Problem of Susan is not actually a problem to me. So I don't want to get into that. But Problem of Emeth is my major complaint also about Last Battle is there's a little bit of theology there that I'm not sure I agree with. But that said, I love the story of Narnia in the Last Days. I love Tyrion. I love Jewel. I do love Emmett as a character. It's just I have issues. I have issues with Lewis's the theology he's presenting there. I just love all of The Last Battle. I have come home at last. It's further up and further in. It's so good. Let's see. All right. Number 3. My third favorite, and 2 and 3 also are kind of fluctuating. Like 2 could be 3, 3 could be 2. But usually I say that number 3 is Magician's Nephew. I love Polly and Diggory both. They're so wonderful. I love seeing just the creation of Narnia. It's so creative is not really the best word in that sentence. So let's see, what word could I say? Lewis is so imaginative. There we go, imaginative. With the way that he presented the creation of Narnia. It's so I love that scene. I love Polly and Diggory's friendship. I love all the little, I think Magician's Nephew is one of the best prequels I've ever seen. I do actually like the Star Wars prequels. I'm not I do not knock those at all, but Magician's Nephew answered questions that we didn't know we had. Like, the books were satisfying without Magician's Nephew, but Magician's Nephew really did go in and talk about some things, give us some backstory on things that was like, oh, that's where that came from, but you don't need to know that. There are a couple inconsistencies with the later books. I think I mentioned that in my last video, the attempting to read Narnia in one day. Like, Lewis forgot that he made Jadis, on one side, half Jinn, half descendant of Lilith, and on the other side, half giantess. I think he forgot part of that. I don't remember which part, but he forgot part of that. But anyways, yeah, I love Magician's Nephew so much. Again, I love all of these. You can tell because I'm just gushing about all of them because they're so good. They're so good. But yeah, Magician's Nephew is number 3. Number 2, The Horse and His Boy. I love this book too. Obviously, I love them all, but I've been saying this the whole time. I love this book. But The Horse and His Boy, it's just so, I love the journey. I love all 4 of the main characters. I love seeing Edmund and Susan and Lucy as grown-ups. That's really fun. I love Mr. Tumnus too in that scene in Tashbaan. I love Shasta's courage and his selflessness, and I love Bree getting to learn a lesson that he needs. I love the I Am the Lion speech. The I Am the Lion speech is one of the best pieces of literature ever written. Only topped, in my opinion, by one more that I will talk about next. But yes, the I Am the Lion speech is so good. I love all of it. I love the twist ending, which also though does put into question like Corin's logic. Not going to go much further on that, but I think you know what I mean, probably. Like, dude, what? What happened there? Yes, so Horse and His Boy is definitely my number 2. So number 1 is The Silver Chair. Silver Chair is my all-time favorite book in the Chronicles of Narnia, which is my favorite series, which means Silver Chair is probably my all-time favorite book. It's just so good. I love the themes of, like, forgetfulness and, disobedience, but also Aslan's forgiveness, that I will not always be scolding. I love Jill as a character. She's so wonderful. I love seeing redeemed Eustace and getting to hang out with him so much. I love Puddleglum. Who can't but love Puddleglum? I love the ending, Prince Aurelian. Obviously, the first little bit there, not so much, but it's so wonderful, and it has the best speech in like all of literature, which I'm going to. I won't read the whole thing because it's kind of long, but it's the one word, ma'am, one word. All you've been saying is quite right. I shouldn't wonder. It says it's Puddleglum talking, but he says, because she's the spoilers obviously in this video, but that's why I'm going to stand by the play world. I'm on Aslan's side, even if there isn't any Aslan to lead it. I'm going to live as like a Narnian as I can, even if there isn't any Narnia. Obviously the speech is much longer. You should read the whole thing if you've not. But that speech is so good. It's my favorite quote ever. But yeah, everything about Silverchair is just, to me, so perfect and wonderful. So that one is my favorite of the Chronicles of Narnia. So in order again, 7, my number 7 is Prince Caspian. My number 6 is Voyage. My number 5 is Lion. Number 4 is Battle. Number 3 is Nephew. Number 2 is Horse. And number 1 is Silver Chair. Let me know what your favorite of the Chronicles of Narnia is if you've read them. If you haven't, then I had spoilers, so why are you at the end of the video? But yeah, let me know in the comments what your favorite Narnia book is, and please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.